Let's take a look tonight at Gina Haspel. Who is she? Here's national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin, live from the Pentagon.
There are few images of Gina Haspel, a career intelligence operative who worked for years in the shadows, leading the hunt for the world's most wanted terrorists. Last March, as deputy director of the CIA, she sat 2 seats down from Defense Secretary Jim Mattis as he welcomed the Saudi Crown Prince to the Pentagon. If confirmed, she will be the first woman to head the CIA. She joined the agency in 1985. She's 61 years old and was once the deputy director of National Clandestine Service. She oversaw covert action and ran the CIA black site in Thailand known as Cat's Eye, where Abu Zubaydah was waterboarded in 2002, along with Abdul Rahim al-Nashiri, best known for the USS Cole bombing. Both remain at Gitmo.
She is someone who was up to her eyeballs in the torture issue. She was in charge of the CIA torture site in Thailand, a place where one man was waterboarded 83 times.
Haspel wrote the cable ordering the destruction of waterboarding tapes in 2005, according to her boss, National Clandestine Service Chief Jose Rodriguez, who wrote about it in his book. Quote, the cable left nothing to chance. It even told them how to get rid of the tapes. They were to use an industrial strength shredder to do the deed. Haspel's many defenders say those black sites have to be seen in context. The Justice Department and President Bush authorized the actions. The CIA believed at the time the U.S. was facing another major attack in the wake of 9/11.
Gina is somebody who I have great confidence in, can steer the ship of state of CIA, and having a professional there, having somebody who is apolitical and nonpartisan and is not going to engage in policy, I think will be seen as a breath of fresh air to a lot of people at CIA.
Trump spoke often during the campaign about reinstating waterboarding, though few in the CIA would now support that. I can tell you that members of the paramilitary community who conduct missions with the CIA have welcomed Haspel's nomination. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis is a big proponent as well, Brett.
You know, Jen, with all this happening, while Secretary Mattis is in Kabul, Afghanistan on an unannounced trip, interesting.
Mattis is talking to commanders, Brett, about how the military strategy is proceeding and whether the Afghan president believes reconciliation talks with the Taliban could work. You'll remember the Taliban wrote an open letter to the American public suggesting as much on Valentine's Day.
All wars come to an end. You don't want to miss an opportunity because you weren't alert to the opportunity. So you need to have that door open even as you increase the military pressure.
17 years into the war, and the defense secretary still travels to Kabul in secret. The U.S. and Afghan military have not secured the capital. Reporters were unable to report on the trip until safely away from the flight line because back in September, the Taliban fired 40 rockets at a U.S. airbase an hour after Mattis landed. Mattis did not speak today about the firing of his friend and wingman, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. Brett.